Hey, what's up, all the peoples? With a ridiculous badger coming at you. Let's go over the patch notes. Dear pilots of New Eden, Eve Echoes will undergo maintenance on blah blah blah. It will take approximately too long to complete during this time. Blah 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 blah. New features. One, this is a big one. Insurance feature update. Now, insurance can be used to recover most ships, modules, and rigs fitted on ships. The insurance points required to recover ships and modules are determined by the estimated market value of the items. The insurance points required for recovery are calculated when a battle loss occurs, and discounts are available for deposited insurance points. After recovering the player's ships and modules, the insurance system will purchase similar items from the market according to the status of the deposit pool. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. They're doing away with the insurance vouchers and they're translating those into insurance points. When you lose a ship, it's going to calculate the value at the time of the loss, like that's what the loss mail does. And then it's going to like seek out trades on the market in order to fulfill your loss. We don't like I've read through what's on their website because they do have some info on their website. We're gonna have to see this in practice before we could give the verdict on this. I mean, it's great that they're using items that are already in the market. Unlike Eve Online, they're covering modules and rigs also, which, you know, look, you could go one way or the other. That's fine. I mean, because it's taking it from the market, this should, you know, theoretically, it won't be as big of a hit to industry as if they didn't take it from the market, but it would be less of a hit to industry if they just gave you the ISK and then you could just buy it like the way that they do it on EVE Online. You know, in the end, you know, it looks like they're trying to shorten up the process a little bit and keep people in ships and keep people out there battling content. We just hope that along the way, this doesn't end up hurting industry players. Because what hurts one type of player hurts all types of players. You know, you'll have people going away then from industry and going towards other types of play, and that's not what we want. We want a holistic sandbox environment. Two, improved colon. There we go with the improved colons. That corporation hangar and wallet review system added colon a no review quota and a reduced review time. So I mean, this is good. I think that like when you take something from the hangar, in many cases, it will cause an audit. So it looks like they're going to help to reduce this. Players who've joined a corporation for more than 60 days and have tech level 8 or higher can enjoy 80% less auditing time for using the corporation hangar and wallet. That's great. Sure. Players who have joined the corporation for more than 30 days and have tech level 7 or higher can enjoy 60% less audit time for using the corporation hangar and wallet. And players who join the corporation for under 7 days will have 100% longer audit time for using the corporation hangar and also cannot use the corporation wallet. I don't know why they're putting in these, like, honestly, I don't know why they're putting in all these extra restrictions. They just need to reduce audit times, like having it be convoluted, how long you've been in the corp. That's up to corp leadership to decide whether or not you have access to hangars, whether or not you have access to the wallet, and if somebody ends up like being new and screwing over the corporation. Well, honestly, you know, part of the blame is, of course, look, the blame is on the person who did the wrong thing, but part of the blame is also on management for giving away that kind of permission to someone untrustworthy. You know, I feel like this is like, look, what we need from the devs is we need logging. You know, that's the most important thing. The restrictions on who could use things and who could do things in the game, we don't need that from the devs. You know, that's up to players to figure out. So, you know, I will say that, like, you know, this, look, I like seeing reduced audit timers, but I really think that they missed the mark here, and this should have been something that all they needed to do was add hangar logs, you know? They didn't need to like do leadership's job for them, like corp leadership's job. 3. Ship tech level adjustment. Tempest and Raven levels have been adjusted to T9. Roke and Maelstrom have been adjusted to T10. I don't think. I believe that Tempest and Raven were already T9. I believe that Rogue and Maelstrom were probably T9 as well. You know, changing the tech level of the ship this close to their release. Look, I understand they looked at it and they said that they need to do something different, but doing this close to the release of the tech level, I don't know if I agree with that, honestly. But I mean, look, it's a balance change, I guess. 4. Now tapping a location you saved before will directly launch an autopilot there. Okay. I thought that's. Oh, maybe you have to hit. You don't have to hit play now, whereas before you had to hit play. I don't know. 5. Now tapping go there. Under a saved station location will directly navigate you to the station. Yeah, that was an issue before, where if you saved the location while you were docked in a station, and then you went to that location, it would just take you to the middle of the station in space. It actually wouldn't dock you there. So I think that this is a fix for that. 6, gift contract adjustment. In order to reduce the impact of price fluctuations, the contract valuation difference was adjusted from 150% to 200%. All right, that's good. Look, I mean, again, this is a restriction that we don't need, the whole gifting scenario. In order to improve the convenience of player contract transactions, the consumption limit for accepting contracts from T1 to T6 players has been reduced from 200 to 40, and the consumption limit for accepting T7 contracts has been reduced from 20 to 4. Again, we don't need these restrictions. Yeah, this is they're going the wrong direction with this. 7. Now you can tap your own ship and then save current location to save the location you're in. Okay, you could do it before on the side of the menu. I get it. Like, they're adding in more, quality of life improvements. I think that, some of these quality of life improvements are not actually usability increases. They're not actually improved. Like, they're just things that nobody asked for. 10. Warp fleet option to the fleet members operation menu. Good. That should be easier to do. 11. Dragging the warp and fleet buttons in the fleet members operation menu can control the warping distance. Good. This is a huge deal. This should have been number 1 as far as I'm concerned. That's great. That's great. We need the capability to warp at distance and not just warp to them. 12. Now you can deliver assets that were unable, to be delivered to a Capsuleer outpost or Corporation Citadel. Great. 13. Added : price comparison to the buy range and the purchase in bulk page. Buy page and the purchase in bulk page. Good, because I was flipping back and forth. Hopefully this is a quality of life improvement where you could see like the average price on each screen. That would be great in the market. 14. Adjusted : the warping velocity of some of the battleships. Now the warping velocity of a battleship is 2 AU. What was it before? 1.7? I think this is something that they needed. 15. Now, banned accounts will be able to see a detailed reason for the ban on the ban screen. Don't ban people without telling them why they were banned. I can't believe that this was an update. Oh, man. 16. Improved the display of skills and time on the character selection screen. Maybe this shows you how much time you have left in your skill planner versus how much time is left just in that particular skill that you're currently training. We will have to see. 17. Now you could scroll the language list on the login screen. Great. Make it easier. Otherwise, you have to log into the game in order to change the language. And what do you do if you don't understand the language? That might be difficult. 18. Improved the info and notice display. I don't know what this means. I have a feeling that they're talking about at the login screen. 19. Items traded in ITC have 50% less trade lock time. Great. That's really great. I think a lot of people most of the time traded in ITC. So that's going to be a great quality of life improvement. But again, I'm not sure. What gives them the capability to say if you're in an ITC, it's less likely to be a fake transaction or something? I don't understand why there is trade lock. Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe they could explain this to us, but I feel like I don't understand why, if you could reduce it by 50%, why can't you reduce it by 100%? If you could reduce it in one location, why can't you reduce it in all locations? I don't get that. 20, added new models for strip miner. Sure. 21, added advanced quests and advanced pilot tutorials. Is anybody doing these tutorials? 22, transport missions now display the correct delivery hold volume. Great. Beforehand, I believe it was taking just the volume on your regular hanger and not your delivery hold, and it would give you like a false negative that you don't have enough space when you actually did. Chat window will no longer be closed during Stargate jump. Yeah, I lost a few messages that way. Well, jumping is the perfect time to be chatting because there's about 3 to 5 seconds you can't do anything else. So chat with friends. Oh man. 24, added a confirmation box for lost resources when a mining array is destroyed. Yeah, it's a little too easy to destroy a mining array, but whatever. 25, the sharing features will now adopt a unified interface. The sharing features will now adopt so I think like some things you could share to some locations, to some chats, some you could share to others. Sounds like they're making this standard across the board, which makes sense. 26, revamp the the overview icon for all bases. We're gonna have to see what it is now. Bases, I don't know if this means the base, like an anomaly, or I don't know if they mean player-owned stations. So we'll have to see. But player-owned stations and NPC stations have the same icon right now, I believe. So, oh no, they don't. They don't. So I don't know what this. I don't know what this overview update is. 27. Updated the resources related to the Guardian Rally event. This is a new event. So it's not really an update. It's just changing something that they just released or are about to release. So fine, whatever. 28, you can view the kill mail of the same corporation member in the corporation management interface. So what, I could view all kill mails by going into the corporation management interface? That would be cool, because then you could see what people are doing out there under your auspices. And those are the updates. Let's look at the fixes. 1, fixed an issue where the removal of fuel from the corporation outpost fuel hangar would not be restricted by the trade lock. Okay, so now they're adding trade lock. They forgot to add a trade lock to something. Fix the conflict between player name and rich text that could cause an error in share links. That's great. There were some people that figured out a way to game the system such that their name was not like linkable and would screw up share links. 3, fix an issue where the delivery location showed in the Citadel but did not match the actual delivery location in some regions. Whatever. Yeah, update your fixes. Great. Thanks a lot for joining me, and I'll see you next time.